Good morning. This is the Paradise Unicorn Priestess bringing you day 136 of A Course in Miracles, the Yin translation, where we use female words. This would be May 16th if you're starting at the new year. The reward of teaching. We have already learned that everyone teaches and teaches all the time. You may have taught well, and yet you may not have learned how to accept the comfort of your teaching. If you will consider what you have taught and how alien it is to what you thought you knew, you will be compelled to realize that your teacher came from beyond your thought system. Therefore, she could look upon it fairly and perceive it was untrue. She must have done so from the basis of a very different thought system, and one with nothing in common with yours. For certainly what she has taught and what you have taught through her have nothing in common with what you taught before she came. And the results have been to bring peace where there was pain, and suffering has disappeared to be replaced by joy. You may have taught freedom, but you have not learned how to be free. I said earlier, by their fruits ye shall know them, and they shall know themselves. For it is certain that you judge yourself according to your teaching. The ego's teaching produces immediate results because its decisions are immediately accepted as your choice. And this acceptance means that you are willing to judge yourself accordingly. Cause and effect are very clear in the ego's thought system because all your learning has been directed toward establishing the relationship between them. And would you not have faith in what you have so diligently taught yourself to believe? Yet remember how much care you have exerted in choosing its witnesses and in avoiding those which spoke for the cause of truth and its effects. Does not the fact that you have not learned what you have taught show you that you do not perceive the childship as one? And does it not also show you that you do not regard yourself as one? For it is impossible to teach successfully wholly without conviction, and it is equally impossible that conviction be outside of you. You could never have taught freedom unless you did believe in it. And it must be that what you taught came from yourself. Yet this self you clearly do not know, and do not recognize it even though it functions. What functions must be there, and it is only if you deny what it has done that you could possibly deny its presence. This is a course in how to know yourself. You have taught what you are, but have not let what you are teach you. You have been very careful to avoid the obvious, and not to see the real cause and effect relationship that is perfectly apparent. Yet within you is everything you taught. What can it be that has not learned it? It must be this part that is really outside yourself, not by your own projection, but in truth. And it is this part that you have taken in that is not you. What you accept into your mind does not really change it. Illusions are but beliefs in what is not there. And the seeming conflict between truth and illusion can only be resolved by separating yourself from the illusion and not from truth. Your teaching has already done this, for the Holy Spirit is part of you. Created by God, she left neither God nor her creation. She is both God and you, as you are God and her together. For God's answer to the separation added more to you than you tried to take away. She protected both your creations and you together, keeping one with you what you would exclude. And they will take the place of what you took in to replace them. They are quite real as part of the self you do not know. They communicate to you through the Holy Spirit, and their power and gratitude to you for their creation they offer gladly to your teaching of yourself who is their home. You who are host to God are also host to them, for nothing real has ever left the mind of its creator, and what is not real was never there. You are not two selves in conflict. What is beyond God, if you who hold her and whom she holds are the universe? All else must be outside, where nothing is. You have taught this, and from far off in the universe, yet not beyond yourself, the witnesses to your teaching have gathered to help you learn. Their gratitude has joined with yours and God's to strengthen your faith in what you taught. For what you taught is true. Alone you stand outside your teaching and apart from it. But with them you must learn that you but taught yourself and learned from the conviction you shared with them. This year you will begin to learn and make learning commensurate with teaching. You have chosen this by your own willingness to teach. Though you seem to suffer for it, the joy of teaching will yet be yours. For the joy of teaching is in the learner, who offers it to the teacher in gratitude and shares it with her. As you learn, your gratitude to yourself, who teaches you what she is, will grow and help you honor her. And you will learn her power and strength and purity, and love her as her mother does. Her realm has no limits and no end, and there is nothing in her that is not perfect and eternal. All this is you, and nothing outside of this is you. To your most holy self all praise is due for what you are, and for what she is who created you as you are. Sooner or later must everyone bridge the gap she imagines exists between her selves. Each one builds this bridge which carries her across the gap as soon as she is willing to expend some little effort on behalf of bridging it. Her little efforts are powerfully supplemented by the strength of heaven, and by the united will of all who make heaven what it is, being joined within it. And so the one who would cross over is literally transported there. Your bridge is builded stronger than you think, and your foot is planted firmly on it. Have no fear that the attraction of those who stand on the other side and wait for you will not draw you safely across, for you will come where you would be, and where yourself awaits you. There is so much in today's reading. This is one of those that's worth listening to again and again and again, because there's so much in it. So much in today's reading deepens the implications of what it means that we are all one, that all those we see outside of us are ourselves, and the relationships that we build of love are the bridges between us, that it is for us to bridge that gap completely until we see no difference, and that this must be equally extended to all parts of the creation, no matter how different from us they feel, no matter how repugnant. This section also speaks of how the part of us that doesn't believe in these teachings is not part of us. That's part of the illusion. And it's also a reminder to be every bit as kind to ourselves as we are to the ones that we are the most kind to, when we think of the kindness we show to our most beloved ones. If we are one, then we would offer that same love to ourselves, and more so. And also in it contains this idea of when we let go of all that is not us, all that is of the illusion, just the beautiful and complete love, the pure love that we will feel for all the parts of the creation, because we truly will see that all that we are is love. Yeah, I encourage you to reread and see what gems and jewels you find in this section. And honestly, the same goes for the lesson that I'm about to read. Lesson 136. Sickness is a defense against the truth. No one can heal unless she understands what purpose sickness seems to serve, for then she understands as well its purpose has no meaning. Being causeless and without a meaningful intent of any kind, it cannot be at all. When this is seen, healing is automatic. It dispels this meaningless illusion by the same approach that carries all of them to truth and merely leaves them there to disappear. Sickness is not an accident. Like all defenses, it is an insane device for self-deception. And like all the rest, its purpose is to hide reality, attack it, change it, render it inept, distort it, twist it, or reduce it to a little pile of unassembled parts. The aim of all defenses is to keep the truth from being whole. The parts are seen as if each one were whole within itself. Defenses are not unintentional, nor are they made without awareness. They are secret, magic wands you wave when truth appears to threaten what you would believe. They seem to be unconscious, but because of the rapidity with which you choose to use them. In that second, even less, in which the choice is made, you recognize exactly what you would attempt to do, and then proceed to think that it is done. Who but yourself evaluates a threat, decides escape is necessary, and sets up a series of defenses to reduce the threat that has been judged as real? All this cannot be done unconsciously, But afterwards, your plan requires that you must forget you made it, so it seems to be external to your own intent, a happening beyond your state of mind, an outcome with a real effect on you instead of one affected by yourself. It is this quick forgetting of the part you play in making your reality that makes defenses seem to be beyond your own control. But what you have forgot can be remembered, given willingness to reconsider the decision which is doubly shielded by oblivion. Your not remembering is but the sign that this decision still remains in force. As far as your desires are concerned, mistake not this for fact. Defenses must make facts unrecognizable. They aim at doing this, and this they do. Every defense takes fragments of the whole, assembles them without regard to all their true relationships, and thus constructs illusions of a whole that is not there. It is this process that imposes threat, and not whatever outcome may result. When parts are wrested from the whole and seen as separate, and wholes within themselves, they become symbols standing for attack upon the whole, successful in effect, and never to be seen as whole again. And yet, you have forgotten that they stand but for your own decision of what should be real to take the place of what is real. Sickness is a decision. It is not a thing that happens to you quite unsought, which makes you weak and brings you suffering. It is a choice you make, a plan you lay, when for an instant truth arises in your own deluded mind and all your world appears to totter and prepare to fall. Now are you sick, that truth may go away and threaten your establishment no more. How do you think that sickness can succeed in shielding you from truth? Because it proves the body is not separate from you, and so you must be separate from the truth. You suffer pain because the body does, and in this pain you are made one with it. Thus is your true identity preserved, and this strange, haunting thought that you might be something beyond this little pile of dust silenced and stilled. For, see, this dust can make you suffer, twist your limbs and stop your heart, commanding you to die and cease to be. Thus is the body stronger than the truth, which asks you live, but cannot overcome your choice to die. And so the body is more powerful than everlasting life, heaven more frail than hell, and God's design for the salvation of her child opposed by a decision stronger than her will. Her child is dust, the mother incomplete, and chaos sits in triumph on her throne. Such is your planning for your own defense. And you believe that heaven quails before such mad attacks as these, with God made blind by your illusions and turned into lies, and all the universe made slave to laws which your defenses would impose on it. Yet who believes illusions but the one who made them up? Who else can see them and react to them as if they were the truth? God knows not of your plans to change her will. The universe remains unheeding of the laws by which you thought to govern it, and heaven has not bowed to hell, nor life to death. You can but choose to think you die, or suffer sickness, or distort the truth in any way. What is created is apart from all this. Defenses are plans to defeat what cannot be attacked. What is unalterable cannot change, and what is wholly sinless cannot sin. Such is the simple truth. It does not make appeal to might nor triumph. It does not command obedience, nor seek to prove how pitiful and futile your attempts to plan defenses that would alter it. Truth merely wants to give you happiness, for such its purpose is. Perhaps it sighs a little when you throw away its gifts, and yet it knows, with perfect certainty, that what God wills for you must be received. It is this fact that demonstrates that time is an illusion, for time lets you think what God has given you is not the truth right now, as it must be. The thoughts of God are quite apart from time, for time is but another meaningless defense you made against the truth. Yet what she wills is here, and you remain as she created you. Truth has a power far beyond defense, for no illusions can remain where truth has been allowed to enter. And it comes to any mind that would lay down its arms and cease to play with folly. It is found at any time, today, if you will choose to practice giving welcome to the truth. This is our aim today, and we will give 1/4 of an hour twice to ask the truth to come to us and set us free. The truth will come, for it has never been apart from us. It merely waits for just this invitation which we give today. We introduce it with a healing prayer to help us rise above defensiveness and let truth be as it has always been. Sickness is a defense against the truth. I will accept the truth of what I am and let my mind be wholly healed today. Healing will flash across your open mind as peace and truth arise to take the place of war and vain imaginings. There will be no dark corners sickness can conceal and keep defended from the light of truth. There will be no dim figures from your dreams, nor their obscure and meaningless pursuits, with double purposes insanely sought, remaining in your mind. It will be healed of all the sickly wishes that it tried to authorize the body to obey. Now is the body healed, because the source of sickness has been opened to relief. And you will recognize you practiced well by this. The body should not feel at all. If you have been successful, there will be no sense of ill feeling, or feeling well, of pain or pleasure. No response at all is in the mind to what the body does. Its usefulness remains and nothing more. Perhaps you do not realize that this removes the limits you had placed upon the body by the purposes you gave to it. All these are laid aside. The strength the body has will be enough to serve all truly useful purposes. The body's health is fully guaranteed because it is not limited by time, by weather or fatigue, by food and drink, or any laws you made it serve before. You need do nothing now to make it well, for sickness has become impossible. Yet, this protection needs to be preserved by careful watching. If you let your mind harbor attack thoughts, yield to judgment, or make plans against uncertainties to come, you have again misplaced yourself and made a bodily identity which will attack the body, for the mind is sick. Give instant remedy should this occur, by not allowing your defensiveness to hurt you longer. Do not be confused about what must be healed, but tell yourself, I have forgotten what I really am, for I mistook my body for myself. Sickness is a defense against the truth, but I am not a body, and my mind cannot attack, so I cannot be sick. Wow. Yeah, this lesson is also worth listening to on repeat. So much is in it. We have again this idea presented of the body as no more than an avatar in a video game. An avatar can't be hurt. It's an avatar. So if we are living the lessons of A Course in Miracles and the principles, the body will simply function. It says, it guarantees the body's health and strength to serve all useful functions, which is to communicate with the parts of creation that think they are bodies. It also has this presentation of us creating illusions and then hiding from ourselves that we created it. And it reminds me of the scientific experiments done that show us that we never know why we do what we do. We make up reasons after the effect and completely believe them. They've been able to show this in people whose right and left brain hemispheres have no more cross connections and no longer talk. They're able to prove and show that we have no idea why we do what we do. It's incredible and disconcerting, but it is extra evidence for us to believe what this lesson is teaching us. That we constantly are fooling ourselves and we don't have to believe it. The very first lessons of A Course in Miracles are all about not believing our own thoughts. They are part of the illusion. We don't have to believe a single one. Any thought that feels bad in any way is not love and therefore not real, and we don't have to believe it. We don't have to believe in any limitations because we made every single one of them up out of our desire to punish ourselves. And the text reading before encourages us that even as we joyfully and gladly release our sisters from their own self-punishment, we need to recognize that, oh yeah, I believe that punishment is just something I made up and is not real, so I don't have to punish myself. That we can have this continuity between kindness and love that we offer others, and kindness and love offered to ourselves, because we are one. All punishment is of the ego, all of it, and all of it is illusion, and all of it can be let go. All it requires is us no longer believing in it. I wish you, dear listener, today the happiest of practicing. Until next time.